week.
Yeah.
Crack up. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Chat shit, get banged.
You can have his 5 minutes of fame right now, and then I'll move on, and in a couple months he'll be forgotten about.
When are you going to stop being fake and be yourself?
And then we'll move on to
when are you going to stop being fake and be yourself? What about that? How about you stop being what people expect you to be and be yourself? When?
In what sense?
Just be yourself. This isn't you. This is not you. I spent time with you before. This is not you. Stop being fake and trying to fool the people. This is not you, mate. Be yourself.
In what sense?
Be yourself. You know what I'm talking about. Be yourself. You come up here acting like some good behaving punk. Be yourself, man. What's wrong with you? Listen, you're getting hurt December, I'm telling you now. I'm gonna mess you up.
You're lucky to be on my undercard. Just focus on
Oh,
Saturday.
very funny. Look at you. I'm on the undercard because I kicked your ass before. I'm gonna do it again. You look punk.
You know what I mean?
Fool.
Focus on Saturday.
Okay.
You're a fool, bro. Don't talk rubbish, man.
I think
You're gonna get bashed up.
we'll see. We've got a bit of work to do first. And
He's
then,
getting bashed up. I don't care what the work. He's getting bashed up. Remember, I tell you now, he's getting bashed up.
Okay.
Act like you're this good boy.
We could be back here next week for another press conference.
Go serve up, man, and don't
We
come
look
up here and
forward
talk
to that.
rubbish about being a your undercard.
Alright, listen. So, we're going to break down.
Scumbag.
Stupid boy.
Did you find yourself being aggravated in that press conference?
Not really. I just don't like him. I got a lot to say about him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just don't like the fact that he tries to trick the fans and the people who pay their hard-earned money into thinking that he's something that he's not. You know what I mean? At the end of the days, I'm not lucky to be on his undercard. I'm here because I did damage to him. I beat him up. It may be years ago, it may be amateur, but I beat him up. It wasn't no boxing fight. I beat him down. That's why I'm here. This is why I'm here. And I'm here to do it again. He didn't want this fight. When Eddie asked him about the fight, he said, "Oh, Eddie, do you think it's a big fight? Do you think he's going to sell?" If somebody beat you and you get a chance to fight them again, are you going to ask that? Of course it's a big fight. You fighting a tomato can is a big fight. So why wouldn't fighting me a big fight? Why would you have to promote that if you really wanted the fight? Eddie had to literally sell the fight to him for him to say yes to the fight. He don't want to fight. He's a punk. He's a punk.
You made some comments at the start, when you started talking rather, about Anthony Joshua not being himself. Do you want to clarify on that, what you meant by that?
He's a fraud. Listen, I've been up close with him. He give it the big in and going like he's from the streets and he's grew up in this bad town in Watford and he's a bad boy and all of that. And then he comes up here and then go on like he's this. Listen, I'm not no bad boy. I can handle myself. If I have a problem, I'll deal with it because that's how I was brought up. But don't give it and pretend you're something that you're not. Just be yourself. The public is screaming for him to be himself. He's like a robot. I can't wait for his batteries to run out. When his batteries run out, he's probably just going to go. I when Eddie take the leash off him, he's probably just going to go on some crazy rampage and start selling drugs again or something. I don't know.
Talk only. Thank you, boys. Sky. Right, back upstairs for one-on-ones, boys.
Right straight through?
Yeah, straight through. Cheers, Eddie.
There are two fighters here, you know. Guys, just wait a second.
If you want to fight, we can all fight. You guys ain't saying so much today, are you guys?
Two official fighters here.
His mates is very quiet today. They're not saying so much like they were saying last time.
Plenty of fighters here, bro.
I brought my A squad today. Yeah, I brought the A squad today. They're not saying as much as they were saying last time, are they? Thump up all of them. Last time at the weigh-in, they were talking mighty tough. No, they ain't talking so tough.
What they do now?
Some one-to-one stuff. All of them will get. Listen, if it is real carnage, I want carnage.
As long as when you put your hand back, you don't eat me.
No.
I'm glad you're too long to do that, isn't it?
What can I say about Dylan? What can I say? Just another fighter. I told you from time and time again. My heart don't beat no fear for this kid. It's another fighter for me, that's all. I've said it time and time again. I don't know what else I can say.
He's talking about the amateur days, the fact that he saw something there, the heart. What did you walk out? What did you walk out away from that arena that night?
So
What were you thinking?
Yeah, so the amateur fight was, as you said, when was it? 2009 October. He said it on the Gloves Are Up, so I was thinking, quite 2009, late on, 10, 11, 12 Olympics, so it was quite a quick amateur career, so you can see the lack of experience. We fought, you know, I brought some people with me because my first 2 fights are knockouts. So when I first started boxing, I thought I was a man. I knocked out my first 2 opponents and I fought Dylan, who was very experienced, and he had the ring generalship as a kickboxer. I took him to the ring. So we fought, you know, he knocked me down. My heart had the courage to pick myself up and fight on to the final bell. And it made me realise, you know, I need to step my game up if I want to fight guys at that level. I didn't know what level he was then until I found out later. I thought Dylan's a good fighter at the time. So I needed to step my game up, cracked on, added a bit more to my game and carried on my career to which then to where we are now. And that's kind of where it left at the amateur club. And what that done for me is just showed me if I want to be better and be good at my craft, I just need to up my game if I want to compete at a high level. And that's kind of who I've built myself into so far.
So we've all been watching it in the build-up. Have you been watching the old amateur fight, or is that just raw novices and this is totally different?
I was a raw novice, of course, because I trained for 6 months. I was on tag at the time, so I couldn't even train the full time. I had to leave the gym at 7:30 to get home for 8. Stuff like that. I was training for 6 months and then I just ended up fighting. Had 2 fights and I had my 3rd fight in 2009 against him. 5-year, I think. And after I was told he was a 5-year champion kickboxer. So for me, it showed me, you know what, I'm not good enough, but I can compete at this level. Alright, I made some mistakes, I got knocked down, but I've got the courage to get myself up and fight on. So what do? I go back to the drawing board, add a bit more arsenal to my game, and try and build myself as a fighter, as a man. And that's why I am here now. That's all it is, it's simple. And that's why I see Dylan as a simple challenge, but I take everything that I do, I don't really overload it, get aggressive. I want to talk about scrapping in Sky Sports, all that rubbish, it's all irrelevant. It's just a fight, I'll pick up the belt and move on. It's no big deal.
Listen, you give it and you're going to give it back, boy. So when
Talk
I say
to
to
me,
you, when I
in what sense though?
listen,
Explain yourself. When you talk, explain
when I
yourself.
say to you, yeah, you want to fight, it's as simple as that. Don't talk.
December 12th, of course, that's what I'm saying
I'm going to
now.
tell you something. You see, after the fight finishes December 12th,
You always jump onto the next
after the
subject.
fight finishes December 12th, that's not the end of it. I'm going to find you and we're going to go straight down. Trust me. Like real, like old school straight down the draw. Trust me.
Don't talk too much. And I always say to everyone, just compose yourself. I told you so. Just
You know what?
compose
You know my
yourself.
problem is you're fraud.
Okay, it's your opinion.
You're going like you're this nice guy and you're a scum.
But I thought I was a bad boy a minute ago. I'm going like I'm a bad boy. Now I'm going like I'm a nice guy. Think about this and just compose yourself. It's only a fight.
Listen,
I'm saying, don't let it cloud your judgment with your mentality. It's only a fight. You're supposed to be good at what you do. Keep it professional. Keep it professional. You know, we're supposed to fight September, man. It's no big deal
yeah,
for me to fight.
I'm going to take a fight with a broken
You talk a good game. I said let's fight September. Then you come up with an excuse in your hand.
Listen, I'm not Kevin Johnson to sit around and wait over a year.
You're talking that you couldn't touch Kevin Johnson when you spar him. How ready it is too early.
Kevin will stop picking up.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Kevin will stop picking up.
But you talk.
Kevin never trained you. Ask Clifton Mitchell over there. Kevin trained me.
My advice for you is
Ask Clifton Kevin
the fight's here. The fight's here.
Kevin's a
Just
show. I'm not Kevin Johnson.
you've got your people coming here. They're gonna do your job. We're gonna whatever that's gonna get you. We're gonna win on them. Just wait a few more days and you can chill out. It's only a fight. It's no big deal. We go to war. We go trenches. We can box. It's no big deal.
Listen, you're not going to know what. You're going to come out, stand stiff, move like a robot, try and put it on me, and then what's going to happen when I'm still there? Smiling at you like I am now.
Then you're gonna keep
Smiling.
getting hit with left and right.
That's fine, that's fine.
It's not complicated.
I don't mind getting hit with left and right.
That's stupid. That's not. You're with a world-class trainer. You're with a world-class trainer. He should teach you that. See science of boxing.
Where's the trainer? Where's Robert McCracken?
Tony Sims.
Where's Robert
Robert
McCracken?
McCracken. I've got big respect for those guys who saw me through.
Why is Rob not
He's
here?
in Sheffield with the Olympics.
Okay, alright, cool.
Doing his job.
Okay, cool.
Guys, you both 100% physically and mentally fit.
Yeah, definitely.
Both of you, no problems.
That's easy.
Hands okay, shoulders good.
Everything fine?
Is your heart good?
Shoulders good.
Is your heart good?
Shoulders good.
Is your heart good?
I asked you, you're a doctor.
Is your heart good?
You're a doctor.
I don't think you're a doctor, you told that you're loaded on steroids. You're not up in the big on steroids.
You're the one who got a 2-year ban. That's what I'm trying to say.
I got 2 years back. You don't know that kind of thing for selling drugs, bro.
Why are you snitching?
You're not snitching at me.
Let's not talk about it.
Guys.
Because the JP squad getting paid, government money went out and take it to sell drugs.
Guys,
And then you go on and you tell everybody, I'm not worried.
this is the professional arena. The British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles are on the line. Anthony, it's a long list. Henry Cooper, Alex Lewis, Joe Bugner, Tommy Farr, names like that. To become the British and Commonwealth champion, what would that mean?
Oh man, it's for the nation, man. So we was in the car and then we're talking, I don't really, I've got a job to do for public reasons and so on, but I don't really like to entertain the hype too much. But we're saying, and it's true, this is a big title for the nation, so they embrace it, bring the hype. We've got loads of people to sold out arena, entertain people, and you know, it's a real honour to be fighting for the British title against one of my old amateur rivals with history. And I've always said that, you know, I want to fight for the Commonwealth, the British, the European, and do it the traditional way. So, you know, I'm trying to be a man of my word. You know, there's always other opportunities. Eddie's doing a great job. I take my hat off to him and a lot of people that I'm working with because they're pushing me in the right direction. So there's other opportunities that have presented themselves. But Eddie, you know, and myself and my team have said, no, let's do it the traditional way. Let's take time. You know, you need to build and let's get this British title as you said you would. And that's all. So it's a real honour to be able to stick to my word and fight for such a great title and do it in my hometown.
And Dylan, if you could win the British title, what would it mean after the road that you've travelled?
It'd be amazing. It'd be a step closer to where I want to be. But like, as a British fighter, British title means more to us than the world title. It's bragging rights. You're the champion of your country. To be British champion would be amazing. You know what I mean? I've been like the first person of my whole family to win a British title. Even though my dad and my granddad boxed, but you know, it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
Prediction time, Dylan first.
Why me first?
Why not?
It's his show. Let me speak.
Anthony first, if you want to go first.
I trained for a 12-round fight, but I think it won't go there. I said about 3 or 4 rounds. And that's a prediction.
He just made a prediction. That's fine. I don't need to say anything more.
That's fine. That's my prediction. Anyone else got any other predictions? What's everyone saying? Knockout or points? Knockout.
Knockout.
That's good.
I think the fight is going to come down to who's the most mentally tough.
Yeah.
Whoever can take it in that dark waters is going to win the fight. If Dylan don't stick to the plan that MJP worked out.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's later on in the fight. So that's later on in the fight when, because we never, you've gone rounds. You've done what, 12 rounds before 10 rounds with one of your opponents. Because you haven't got all knockouts on your record. So yeah, we're saying. We're just talking. We're just talking.
What is this food done? I've done 10 and 12. This is my first time.
You know what I'm saying, right? So is that what you're trying to explain? Is that later on in the fight?
I don't know what Dylan's prediction is. My prediction is when we go into deep water.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to get drowned.
And that's where we're going to see you can swim.
I personally believe it's going to be you. You swear that person.
That's right, soldier. You better tell him.
But that's fine with me. I'm not going to start saying I'm going to knock out Malik Scott when we get downstairs. You know what I'm saying? It's his opinion. I respect that.
That's right.
So I appreciate that. Anyone else got an opinion? Because it's interesting. We're all here for the same reason. We're all here for the fight.
I will say that Anthony in his 14 wins has gone 25 rounds and Dylan in his 16 wins has gone 44. So it's been short and explosive, hasn't it, so far?
What does that mean?
No, I've just gone less rounds. I've knocked out opponents quicker than you.
That's fine.
That's all it means.
So what?
That's what I'm saying.
What does it mean?
You asked what it means, and that's what it means. You just knocked out opponents.
That's fine.
But that's the good thing about heavyweight boxing is that every fighter, every heavyweight on their record, from whether they're ranked in the top 500, they've all got power, they've all got knockouts on their record. It's no different. Fighters who I fought with less ability than him have got knockouts on their record. It's the heavyweight division, and that's what makes it so explosive and such an amazing division in itself.
You spoke a lot today. What? Did you find some confidence over the weekend or something?
I'm just talking boxing. And this is what I
Normally
love.
really boring and suck, to be honest. Like, I'm actually glad that you spoke today. This press conference will get a few hits now. Last time you was here, you were just nervous, like you were just sitting on this.
I told you my heart beats no fear for you. When I'm around you, my heart doesn't beat no fear.
Your heart doesn't
Or
even beat. I
nerves.
see it in your eyes.
Or nerves.
I know you're kind.
Or nerves.
I know you're kind. Trust me.
Okay. kind.
I know you're kind.
Okay.
And you know it as well.
Okay.
You know it.
Keep on talking.
That's cool, bro. That's cool.
As you can imagine, for a vacant title.
We got options of the referees, so we're not going to get one that we need 3 little fluff ones, we're going to step in and stop it.
You worried?
So, talk to you about that.
What are you talking about referees for?
Because that's what happens. Look at most of your knockouts. Who have you knocked out clean and they stayed down and they've been knocked out clean? Nobody. You get rid of ropes, you throw some little punch and the referee jumps in and stop it. When I hit people, they go down. They go
If anyone was complaining, then OT wouldn't be a sold out arena anyway. That's what people want to see, is people getting knocked out. People are enjoying it. That's what we
tell they stop giving the referees a little bit extra change and stuff like that.
It's a professional sport, you know that, man. You're smart.
Everybody here know boxing works as well.
You're smart, man.
I know, I want to see this fight now.
Okay, I think everyone wants to see it. We're not going to have any problems.
I really want to see it.
We're not going to have any problems with people wanting to see this fight. The O2 sold out in 3.5 hours. This is going to do big numbers. But, as you can imagine, it wasn't particularly easy for a vacant title deciding who would walk first or second. So we decided we would toss a coin. The winner will get the choice to walk first or second. If you walk first, you will be introduced second. If you walk second, you will be introduced first. Michael Buffer?
Check the coin.
Check the coin. Who's got a coin for Michael Buffer?
Dylan, I don't need to toss number. If you want to walk second first, that to me is irrelevant.
Why are you still talking? Let the man have
It's irrelevant. What do you want to do?
Calm down, man.
When do you want to walk? When do you want to walk? It's irrelevant.
Hey, Michael, you said you walk first. There you go, that's what you said you walk first.
He'll let you walk second. You okay with that?
I'm cool. I'm cool.
It's irrelevant to me.
That's good, there you go. No need for it.
No toss required, Michael. Sorry.
All right, well,
Do we get a discount on your fee?
We're going to flip a coin, right? But do we have to flip a coin to see who calls heads or tails first? Okay.
It's
Who makes the call?
Anthony gave him the privilege.
It's over.
It's irrelevant to me.
You're going to make the call after?
No, it's over. The private deal. Anthony's giving him the privilege to walk
It's already
second.
done.
No problem.
I just made it a few bucks here.
Okay.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 2 undefeated heavyweights. Somebody, has got to go. DILLIAN WHYTE, Anthony Joshua. It's all live on Strasbourg's box office. Right here at the O2 London. Come on, ladies and
Thank you.
It's alright.
Nervous for you. I got lady in my pants in Australia was still weak for your waist. Shut up, bro. Listen, you're a small man and you're getting hurt, bro. Trust me. You're getting hurt. You're a small man. Talk is cheap. You want to prove me wrong now? Huh? Come then. We'll go now. Come then. Step up on this. Go then. No.
None of this. Not now.
Let's go then.
No, none of this.
Let's go then.
No, let's get paid for
Let's
it.
go now. Oh, fuck getting paid. Let's go now. Let's get paid now.
Let's get paid.
Let's get paid now.
Let's get paid. Let's get
Let's do it
paid.
now.
Let's get paid.
Let's do it now.
Let's get paid.
You got a lot of this and none of this. Fool. Trust me, you get flattened, bro. You get flattened. Trust me. Let's do this. You little clowns, man. Clowns, what?
No point doing it for free.
Especially What, when everyone jumped in the fucking ring at the end of round 1?
Was that hard? Huh? What was it saying? Huh? What was it saying? Everyone was going mad when you come in though.
It was so mad.
Why?
It was so, you know, like, when it's coming there, I changed the first bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I changed it just before man went on.
So what, you just
like I was
freestyling
thinking,
it?
I was like, man trying to say better than AJ. Tell man shut up. Man spin Dylan like Beyblade. Tell man shut up. So, but it was all mad in my head. Man pulled it off.
It went well.
It went mad. It went mad.
Are you ready for Michael Buffer? Are you ready for the
Whoa. I need to rip that and put that on a tune or something.
Stormzy. Do you know what he said to me after? He goes, Stormzy was unbelievable. That's what he said to me after. He goes, you know what, Stormzy was great.
Sick.
It was a real good touch to the show, man.
Fucking hell, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Come on. And I was there behind. Like,
I knew you would have came in at the perfect time, though. You came back in at the perfect time still. Are you feeling it?
Do you know what? It's a matter of respect.
Yeah.
And they don't show respect. That's what I say. I don't really chat shit. All I want is respect because we work hard. And that's why, like, I wanted to beat him. And now that's why I won't really like give him that level of respect because you can't go on like that and expect someone to shake your hand after. Like he didn't even come shake my hand after. He's expecting me to go shake his hand. He was the one chatting shit, and I beat him. So he should come over and say, "You know what, champ? Well done." But he still hasn't done that. So. I didn't know where he was. That's the only problem. He's still in Brixton. That's the only problem. So. But this is what it's about, and I know I've got a long way to go. But I'm glad I got that win, and then I can just crack on. You know what I mean? And that's it. There'll be more to come though. And so we're gonna get tougher. I'm gonna grit down next year, mate. Yeah, 100%. Really grit down.
How do you feel it went though, like?
He's a good fighter, but he weren't beating me. And I could have knocked him out in the first round.
But that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
So it's good I carried my power right through.
What do you think of the old ring invasion?
I don't know, man.
Where was you, guys?
Nah, that was too mad. That was loose, man. That was loose. That was loose. Is that? I was thinking that. I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna.
Every week.
I thought the fight was gonna stop after.
I
was thinking.
I was getting dragged to my corner, getting sit down.
That's what mad. I was like, no.
Then he grabbed me back and Skin said no.
I thought you just get disqualified for that.
People would have been pissed, didn't
great job.
Yeah? And that's it. That's what the fight game is like. That's what the difference with that fight was about. It was more than just the British title on the line. It was more about bragging rights. And like, you know what I mean? That's what was on the line. So that's why the fight kicked off. But that don't really happen in a good sportsmanship fight. It happens more when there's pride on the line. Yeah. And I'm just glad that I beat him. Because you talk shit and get banged. Chat shit, get banged. You can't chat shit though. You can't chat shit. Let me do it like I'm in Nigeria. Let's get a snap. Let me get a snap with Big T. He's shook now. Yeah, let me just quickly tie this up and shit, get my stuff together.
You need to get one of them hoodies, bro.
Where's Fred? Can you get any more? What size are you?
Yeah. Extra large, that might be too big. What size are you?
You should get a tailor though. Can you take that to some little laundrette around the corner with a tailor in it?
This is looking mad big. Is it looking mad? Is it looking like the American Brooklyn town?
See, I get my shit tailored. Cost me like £5, and then someone's where's my one? Someone stole my hoodie as well. Wow, there's thieves up in it. Nah.
What size is that?
What
size is yours?
You can have it, bro.
I might have yours.
Taking deep. And eBay then.
No, this kid just got missing. I'm just
I'm praying. I got your one.
Yours tailored?
Yeah.
I was wondering why this was fitting me nice.
Sorry.
Oh, this is calm, man. That's all we're doing.
Yes.
What are you doing after? Going to this after?
Yeah. You know when everyone asks me, you go to the after party, I was thinking, shit, let me not put pressure on myself.
No, I ain't got a hat head, man. My head looks mad and... Oh, wait, this is alright. This is alright. This is calm, actually. Wow, it was too
much, isn't it? When people, I could hear people, but I couldn't see him. When people like shout,
but do you know what? You can't yet, like, you can hear it, like, looking back.
I could hear it as well.
Listening back, it's mad, bro.
I couldn't see what people's reaction was like. Because I was behind the...
Nah, because that, to be honest, I'm just like...
You're just doing your thing.
I'm just working out, like...
But he's the man who does all the shit like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, is it?
Positive, especially with his past and stuff. He shouldn't be promoting this gangster rap thing. It's something. A lot of people baffled what Stormzy was saying. A lot of people in there are British people, you know what I mean, who speak, you know, a lot of people don't understand. You know what I mean? If you ask half the people here what Stormzy is saying, the younger people probably understand, but I think it's stupid what he's doing. He needs to just be himself, be real, and just strip it back and just, you know what I mean? You're from South London and you know the code's always been from day one. If you're South, you stick with South. You don't side with a man from North London and come out. Obviously, listen, Stormzy is in it for money and fame, innit? Obviously, he thought, it's a little publicity stunt, he got a bit of money, and obviously, he just done whatever he done, but he shouldn't, listen, if you're from South, you stick with South, as simple as that. But, you know what I mean, Stormzy's talking rubbish about chat, shit, get banged. You think Stormzy could say that to my face? You think Stormzy could tell me to shut up? Come on, bro.
People around him know him for who he is, but what he presented himself out to the public, I don't think many people took to him. And you know, if you chat shit, you get banged, and that's just as simple as it gets.
Should Stormzy have got involved the way he did in that way?
Listen, Stormzy reacted in a way that Stormzy reacted, but I think Dylan said something about Stormzy.
He said he'd knock him out.
Every reaction has a reaction. So Dylan said he'll knock him out because he boxes. Stormzy rapped about Dylan because he's a musician, innit? So they're just playing their parts, really.
So Dylan's mentality is to
knock him out,
to do it a certain way.
That's because he's a fighter.
Stormzy's reaction to it is to do it how he knows how to do it.
Until if it kicked off, then you come down to blows, innit? But really, with all the talking, Dylan talks as a fighter. Stormzy does his thing as a musician.
Is it unnecessary?
Nah, it's good.
Why is it good?
I'm waiting for Dylan to come back.
What?
I want to hear Dylan come back on a Yardie track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, remix a Vibes Cartel track and come back with a with a diss track to Stormzy. I enjoy it, man. I'm just sitting back enjoying it. It's nice. It's good to see. The entertainment is good.
But I mean, talking about Dillian Whyte, he added so much value to that bill back in December.
Yeah.
And you know, he kind of made a name for himself. Even though he lost, he made a big name for himself that night and during the build-up.
Yeah, credit to him on that. I hope he goes on and does well. You know, and then sometime in the future we can meet again. Because every time me and him fight, we bring fireworks. So yeah, I hope he does well.
But a couple of months after the fight, there's no sort of personal thing towards him.
Do you know why? Because I'm not like that. As I said, I don't talk too much. I'm just doing my own thing, my way. Because I'll never forget the days when no one cared. So that's why I don't play into no one's hype or no one's negativity. Because remember the days when we was in the gym and in the amateur club where no one cared about what we was doing. That's why I don't really like. If Dylan would have beaten me, I'm sure you would have been talking till the cows come home. On interviews, on social media and stuff. You see my social media, I don't really post nothing about Dylan and stuff like that. When I could rinse him. Enough people are rinsing him already. But yeah, Dylan should just humble himself a bit and I hope he does well and just present himself properly because he's got a great opportunity right now. You know, as I said, whether it's negativity or positivity, all press is good press. But it's just how he now flips it and presents himself.
Yeah, like I said, he's giving himself a good platform and
unbelievable platform. But don't waste that. Don't waste that. Capitalise on it.
Okay.
What would you do if somebody told you to shut up?
I'd knock him out. I'll give him the real one bang and knock him out. Listen, Stormzy wouldn't dare say shut up to my face. And that's a fact.
One more thing. The rematch you were talking about in the clause with obviously negotiations. Can you just repeat what you actually said regarding that?
So the first half, they wanted the lion's share in the rematch, and I said no. And then the second half, I said okay, I'll accept the terms, but with no rematch. And then the third half, I said I'll give you the same deal you're giving me in the first fight and the rematch. And then I haven't heard anything.
We had a meet. Well, I mean, we had a meeting on Monday, and we talked about actually the offer you're talking about is the deal with no rematch. That was discussed on Monday. But anyway, look, I mean, it's very standard, and Dillian would ask for exactly the same thing in a voluntary defence. He knows that as well.
No, not really. No. When this was a fight, I didn't. Be honest, and this is
there was
fight.
a rematch clause.
Yeah, but I said to Cesaro, if you beat me, I'll give you the same split I'll give you now, and the rematch, I'll reverse it.
It was a slightly different split.
Yeah, but that's what I am though.
But anyway, look,
I'll do that.
You wouldn't go into a fight in a voluntary defence without you. You wouldn't. I wouldn't let you.
I did with Cesaro.
Yeah, but it's a different.
You
not at
forced
world
me to
championship
do that
level.
Cesaro.
No, you had a rematch clause with Cesaro.
Yeah, but you forced me to give Cesaro the same split.
Yeah, but you had the rematch clause. If you were world heavyweight champion having a voluntary defence, trust me, you would have a rematch clause. It's just standard. It's industry standard. So the fact is, in my opinion, your perception was the offer wasn't good enough.
Okay, can I just say something? If I go in and I beat him, is it fair for him to get the lion's share in the rematch?
Well, I think
no, just
50. I believe it was a 50-50 split in the rematch.
Listen. No, that's way after we've been arguing.
But that was the offer. It was 50-50
just a simple question. Do you think it's fair? I go in. I knock him out.
But the argument is on the same side is you've been given a shot by Josh, right, in a voluntary defence.
That's fine.
So he's saying no problem, this is a rematch clause. On the 50-50 split,
the
money
is... That wasn't the offer that was made in the first go.
But that's what it was.
Even you yourself said you told Joshua that offer is not acceptable.
But 50-50 was where we got to. We didn't really negotiate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but we done that when the fight's at 11, 12 weeks away. Like, that's not going to... You know, if you look what's serious, I'm not even trying to argue because we've had enough argument in the last couple of weeks anyway. If you guys are serious, you come and give me something that's acceptable. You know, I know the business, I know the numbers. I know the business, I know the numbers. So you should have said. You got to think about. You just said to him, Joshua, listen, we're 12 weeks out from the fight. Offer him something substantial for him to take the fight. With no point fucking about backward and forward.
You got to think about, like, look at Deontay Wilder. He got $3 million
to
defend his title.
He offered Joshua $50 million. Joshua didn't take
bullshit. He sent an email personally.
Listen, I've been out in America and I know from real source that...
When I ask for a contract, they don't send it. So what are you supposed to do? But anyway, that's irrelevant. What I'm saying to you is that he got $3 million to fight Ortiz. Defend his WBC.
I've seen that the money was there.
What, you saw it piled up?
No, not piled up.
Mate, I'm telling you, come on, we never got to whether the money was there. We just asked for a contract. Listen, you see from Wilder's comments today, he ain't fucked, he ain't bothered. I've got 2 years till I've got to fight Joshua.
Espinosa said the door was there.
What do you mean he showed
you
the door was there?
I'm not promoting it, I'm not getting involved in all of it. Listen,
no, but you don't have to.
I know you're team AJ firstly.
I understand that. Listen, AJ is the biggest star in boxing. You are very important to us and we've done a great job for you. And I want you to fight him.
I want you to fight
him.
I understand that.
I want you to fight him.
That's alright.
And there's Richard Reckford. He might, he might be the...
Hello, mate. All right. I almost forgot I was
golden.
Here.
It's golden. This is going to do fucking hundreds of thousands.
One more question.
Yeah. It's interesting.
If he was to get himself in a mandatory spot with a WBO...
There's no rematch, baby. No rematch.
Right, what's the split on that?
20%.
But there's no rematch.
For 20%?
There's no rematch.
Okay.
There's none. So I can negotiate the terms. Then I can say to Eddie, F you and AJ and give you like 10% in the rematch.
Yeah, but look, even 50, you make...
There's no rematch.
Yeah, but you'd make 15
There's no
million
rematch. I can sit down. I can sit down in Eddie's office. I can sit in Eddie's office and say, listen, Eddie, I'll give you and Joshua 20% in the rematch. And then Joshua wouldn't fight me in the rematch. He'd be like, nah.
No, but anyway.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
In Edwards, all right.
When
like I said, in America, I called him. I called him in America. I said, mate, it's all right. I'm not leaving you, sweetheart. You're okay. I'm just seeing what's what. He's made things very interesting.
I'm not saying he was begging, but you know what I mean. he was worried because he saw an interview where I was a bit pissed off.
He was
so
crying.
Dylan
He
phoned me up and said, "Ed, I just want to say it's all for show. Please don't kick me out of the team. I need those pay-per-view shots. Keep playing me those millions of pounds. Eddie, don't do it to me. Please. I was only joking. I didn't have any meetings at all.
I let him shout because he likes being a little girl.
I'm going. I'm going.
No, I'll be
Thank you,
professional
Eddie.
about it. I'll be
I'm going.
professional about it.
Goodbye.
I called him. He was crying.
I love you.
He was crying. You see? He was crying. He was a.
It's a Dillian White fan. He wants a photo with me.
No. Listen, Eddie was crying, you know what I mean? Listen, you know, at the end of the day, he knows I'm very important to the team and to Sky. You know, I've built to get there, you know. Between me, Sky and Matchroom, we've all built to get there. I'm very important. You know, Joshua goes to the zone, what's going to happen to Sky? Boom. There's no other pay-per-views there apart from me and Joshua, and there's no one who'll be ready in the next 2 or 3 years. And Khan's gone to ESPN.
Any chance Wembley?
Nope.
Really? Done.
He needs to fight people, innit? Like, I don't know what's going on, man. You know what? Joshua is in the business of fighting easy and mediocre fights and making loads of money, you know? Why wouldn't he fight Wilder for 50 million? I'll fight Wilder tomorrow. If he offered me to fight tomorrow, I'll go in there, I'll give him hell for however long my tank lost.
You'd fight him for free, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I like fighting. I would. I like fighting, but you know, I wouldn't want to fight him for free, but you know.
What did you make of his comments then on Sky after that situation kind of diffused?
He got angry because he got booed. The Golden Goose got angry because the fans booed him. He was like, "Why is my fans booing me? Why is my fans booing me? I'm Anthony Joshua. I'm Anthony A-Force Joshua. I'm a legend. Why are they booing me?" He went home and cried. He went home and looked at himself in the mirror. And do you know at Tennessee does that? Why are they fucking booing me? Why are they booing me? I'm Anthony Joshua. I'm the London Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? He got angry. He got so angry because they was booing him. He got mad. He got so mad and he tried to be a bad boy. Oh, last time we fought, I knocked him spark out. Yeah, bro. I was like, you're not a bad man. Just relax, man.
Called you an idiot, yeah.
He's not a bad man. I don't know why is he doing it. He just needs to relax. You know, he just needs to relax because he's showing his true colours. He needs to relax. Go there, oh, I keep my lid on, but if I unleash on these guys, none of these guys ain't on my level. It's like, you're not Mike Tyson, my friend, relax. And you're not unleashing on me, bro. I don't get down like that. Go unleash on your missus, not on me, bro.
Okay. Right, April 13th. Is this now the plan for you? You want Joshua April 13th?
I have no idea. I gotta wait.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I expected him and his team to at least contact me. I'm not being ready till another 2 weeks, I think, or something. So I don't know what's going on. That's not enough time to prepare for a fight like that. You need to know what's going on so you start preparing from now.
But Hearn said that he wants Joshua's situation resolved by the end of this month. So if it is to be...
That's some madness. I need to know what I'm doing now. What at the end of this month?
Well,
what am I doing? Sit around and wait? No, I need to know what's going on so I can start preparing. These kind of fights, you need to prepare, 3-4 months of these kind of fights, straight away. Like, you need to know what you're doing in advance, and get proper drug testing as well, 3-4 months out as well.
What do you think the realistic chances are that it is you and him to rematch on April the 13th?
I have no idea. I have
some
no idea. I have no idea. You spoke to Adrian. What did Adrian say? Did he give you any sort of clue?
He said that as long as you're sensible, the fight can be made.
Yeah, I am sensible. I know what value I bring to the fight.
So take one of yours.
Here's your one.
Bless you, man. You don't remember me. Christmas, last Christmas. Not Christmas is gone. Happy New Year, man.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
You good? Yes,
That's it.
No, come, we go to
I smell tickets.
We have to.
I know tickets and I see them.
Good luck in your fight.
Yeah.
Listen, I win my fight, win a fight. We can chat, innit? We can chat.
Yeah.
Listen, we're putting a real fight.